I understand now why I took home ec. I did take home ec in high school, but apparently I just took home ec to see the girls because it has nothing to do with my skills doing anything else when it comes to sewing. Welcome to this week's video. I'm Tony, and this week's video is on cover a debacle that's been 2 years in the making. I think in the previous video I showed you me cutting fabric. Well, you'll see me sewing this week. I understand now why I took home ec. I did take home ec in high school, but apparently I just took home ec to see the girls because it has nothing to do with my skills doing anything else when it comes to sewing. I'll tell you that. So this week's, like I said, this week's video is one screw up after another, after another, after another. I want to thank you guys who watched last week's video, although there wasn't that many of you. It is what it is. I mean, this is life. Thank you for liking the videos, giving it that thumbs up. That helps the YouTube algorithm. If you go ahead and give it a thumbs up, even if you don't like it, give it a thumbs up anyway. What the hell does it go? It ain't gonna hurt you. Don't cost you anything. So hit that subscribe button. Somewhere's over here. I'll stick it. Stick a thing. You'll also see in this week's video some pretty dumb stuff, and I mean, from the filming to my video, my audio going out, which I'm gonna voice over here shortly. And so anyway, let's get to this week's video. Enough me running my damn mouth. So we're getting ready to start sewing. I've already had to watch one video today. You're gonna see the TV. I've already had to watch one video about how to put the bobbin on. Now I'm watching a video about how to thread this thing. And I can tell you right now, it ain't too damn easy. Especially when you can't see with this crap. All right, what should I say do next?
And then down to the cutout in the front.
Wait, down to the what?
Next, pass the thread to the pickup arm from right to left, and then under the end cover. Make sure that the thread goes behind the small metal strip so you do so. Lastly, pass the thread to the needle bar thread guide fold, down through the needle eye from left to right.
Okay, hold on.
And then
Hold on. Let me get that done. Left to right. Okay. And then what's next?
the cutout in the front.
Do what with
At
it?
this point, you are ready to pick up the bobbin thread.
What?
Hold the needle thread loosely to the right.
Ho. God dang it. Let's start this again. Turn the volume up.
Lastly, pass the thread to the needle bar thread guide fold, down through the needle eye from left to right,
Okay.
and then down through the cutout in the front.
Down to,
At this point, you are ready to pick up the bobbin thread. Hold the needle thread loosely to the right. Grab the
Okay,
top
hold
of
on.
the ballot
Hold it. Down to the right. Oh, get that out of here. All right. Now it says do what?
the needle moves down and then back up. As the needle nears its highest point, pull the needle thread gently. The bobbin thread should come up through the needle hole with the needle thread in the form of a loop. You can pass a small tool, we're just going to be using a screwdriver, under the pressure foot.
Oh, you gotta put the thing back in. You didn't tell me you gotta put this damn thing back in.
Try to make sure that you have about 5 to 6 inches of loose bobbin thread, and then
Okay, now turn it.
now you're ready to sew. Here's a wider view of the path this thread will take.
Welcome to part 2 of my how to sail video. If you are just starting out, maybe check out the first video I did a year ago. There'll be a link somewhere. That really covers a very introductory.
Let me see if I can figure this out. Let's get the thread through there. Okay. All right, let's raise this back up. Okay. So this needs to go into here. Okay. Now, just a little further out this time. A little more thread out of there. Okay. Now we'll turn this rotations this way. So let's see if it picks the bobbin up. There we go. It got the bobbin that time. All right, so what do I do next? Now I'm ready to sew. Let's try this now. I had done this once. I had done this once before, 2 years ago. So it was already, so let's give it another try here and see if we can get the sewing and see. Put the foot down. Let's see, I got a arm here. And let's see if we can get this thing sewing. I got everything right. Now I want to reverse it. Oh, am I reversing? Oh. Alright, so this is where I lost audio somehow or another. And you can see this. I haven't opened this sewing machine, like I said, in 2 years. So it's never been used other than the one time before, and that's the reason I had. Here you can see where I am showing you that it's actually working. So apparently, I don't know what kind of nonsense I'm talking. But here I am getting ready to sew up the first piece, the piece that the zipper goes into. And I use these little clipper things that fold it over. And I will tell you, I should have used the binding tape, whatever that tape is, basting tape, because this was not a great idea, and you'll see at the end why this wasn't such a great. I got things kind of crooked and crap. It was another friggin' debacle, I like to say. So anyway, we're gonna rush through some of this. I have 2 major mistakes coming up, and you'll see me pull this out here in just a second. I stopped. I'm sitting here messing with the machine, and because I thought I was stretching my threads out, the stitches out further with that little thing I just twisted, and what I was actually doing is putting a zigzag stitch in it. So I was supposed to be doing a straight stitch, and I thought that little lever up there made the stitch longer or shorter, and it actually, all it did was make it zigzag and the amount of zigzags. So I kind of screwed that up. So that's just one of those damn things you don't friggin' know if you don't go back and go through your machine and figure out what to do. The next major mistake will be coming up here in a minute. Alright, so now I'm examining how to get the stitch apart. I actually have to go next door and borrow a stitch remover thing. I don't know exactly what it's called. I guess it's just called a stitch remover, because I didn't have one. You can see me using it, and we'll get into that, the use of that, in a minute. So here I'm sewing this again, and this is my second screw up, and this one I did the whole dang thing. What I was doing, the reason I'm sitting here looking at this, well, I think I've actually cut out what I actually did. So let me stop. What I actually did, I sewed it, and I'm actually, at this point here, I'm actually putting the zipper on. But I actually sewed it, and I measured it wrong in how I sewed it, so I kind of screwed that all up. So anyway, I'm just getting the zipper sewed on here, which wasn't too hard, you know, other than trying to keep it straight and stuff like that. It wasn't that difficult to do, so I wasn't too dissatisfied with it. Here, trying to put the little zipper part in the zipper, that is not easy to do. I can tell you, it is not easy to do, but I got it in there finally. So we'll see what happens. Alrighty, so we're back to sewing. Today is Saturday. It's about noon, lunchtime. I just finished. Help me put my plate up. I just finished eating breakfast of sausage and eggs. I stayed up a little late last night, so didn't get started too early. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about this thing here that I sewed yesterday. Number one, look at all the. You probably can't see all the threads. So I've got to figure out how to stop doing that. But the other thing that happened as I was using this thing here, I ripped the fabric in a couple of places, so I went back and watched the video on Sailboat of them using a seam ripper. I guess that's what it's called. The problem was I was using the damn thing upside down. I was putting the pointy end in, and you're supposed to put the end with a little tip on it. So let's get that done. So I think what you do, you get started, and then you turn this thing around. And that way you don't rip the fabric. Alright. Now, the reason you have to do it is that's what the zipper is. And you can see why I kind of ripped it there, so. So this is a zippy up part, and this is a zippy down part. I have a bunch of thread caught in it. I have to come through and fix that, but see, because I got that all frayed and stuff, so I need to fix that, but we'll fix that later. All right, so get zip back up, and at least it's, you know, not too bad. So first thing I'm gonna do is sew the first piece on. I need to cut some. I've got something that I bought. Oh, this a thread burner. You know, I don't know why. Never opened it. 2 years old. Seal threads with ease. So let's give it a try. It says battery operated to operate. Let me get my glasses. I can't read this crap. Remove battery cover from bottom of tool and removing it completely. Insert 3 AAA batteries on tool. Oh, batteries not included, and I don't have any. So back in the saddle, old boy. All right, so what we'll do, I'll just cut the threads. All right, so go ahead and trim the threads off here, get my piece up there, start sewing, and the thread's broke in the machine. I keep breaking it for some reason or another, so I end up having to rethread it several times, and actually during part of this I actually didn't realize it wasn't sewing because the bobbin had ran out. So at this point, after I've only brought one of the cushions in to make sure the parts I cut for it kind of fit. So I get the next piece sewed on, and I'm putting everything down and seeing if it fits, and something just doesn't seem right. So I go get the other cushion and bring it in, and things just don't seem like they fit correctly. So at this point, I'm kind of scratching my head and saying, what in the hell is going on? I cut these just like the pattern said, but you'll see in a second. Well, what you're looking at now is a major screw up. I miscut my fabric. What I should have done was have the cushions here before I cut the fabric. These particular cushions, because of that friggin' angle. So, either got to cut more fabric based on this angle here, or just get someone else to sew these up. That's something I'll have to decide. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Man, what a knucklehead. Oh well, at least I tried. That's more than I can say for what a lot of people do. I'll figure it out. I have made a decision about what I'm going to do with those V-Berth, but I'm going to hold off and show y'all in another video what I'm going to do. So, thank you for watching. If you made it all the way through, you're an all-star. If you didn't, get back on the damn bench. Alrighty? So, we'll see you next week. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the bell to be notified. Nobody watched last week's video, so I don't have a whole lot of expectations for this one. But I enjoy making them. I enjoy the comments that you guys leave. So, we'll see you next week.